Maquoketa Caves State Park has been an above and underground oasis for generations of Iowans.
These rock cliffs and partially hidden paths have been summer vacation destinations dating back to the existence of the park in the early 1920s.
But you'll have to go back another 100 years for its earliest discovery.
Legend, or at least the well-worn Iowa story, says that early settlers were in hot pursuit of a wounded deer around 1830, which led them here, to Dance Hall Cave. It's the single largest opening in what would become Maquoketa Caves State Park.
Dance Hall Cave is the most popular because people don't have to crawl through that cave. We actually have a sidewalk in that cave and we have lights.
During the Great Depression, FDR-CCC was commissioned with running electricity down into the caves so the paths could be safely lit. Although alternating current does reach into these passages, a cell phone signal won't, so if you're looking to get away, this is a stroll worth exploring. Temperatures in this subterranean cavern consistently hover near 48 degrees, making for a perfect midday getaway. But it's only a small segment of the entire park.
That's what makes it unique here over the other state parks caves. They might have one or two, but they don't have 13 plus in their park.
Definitely one of my favorite parks to work in and to explore in my free time anyways. There's places in this park I haven't been yet, and I've been coming here for about 8-9 years.
Despite developed walkways and outdoor staircases, the harsh reality of nature is still in play. In 2007, flash flooding filled this passage with hundreds of tons of rocks, mud, and logs.
A state park like the one here at Maquoketa, open to thousands of visitors every year, is a luxury for all Iowans. But geologists will tell you it comes at a price. These passages were once filled with stalactites and stalagmites, but over generations, unfortunately proved too enticing as souvenirs. In 2009, DNR officials closed Maquoketa Caves. Not due to a flood or structural issues, it wasn't even the safety of visitors that drew the most concern. It was a nasty disease in bats known as white nose syndrome. You may have heard that bat populations are at risk from white nose, but did you know the mortality rate was 90 to 95% among those afflicted? It's one of the reasons state officials have taken this threat seriously.
Since white nose syndrome was first discovered in New York State in 2006, an estimated 6 million bats have died. The reverberations are extensive. The U.S. Forest Service estimates that white nose syndrome will prevent bats from eating 2.4 million pounds of bugs and could wreak havoc among farmers in key locations. White nose fungus thrives in cold climates, decimating bats in hibernation as they hunker down for winter, hoping to burn as little energy as possible. The distinctive fungal growth rouses hibernating bats into an unusual active cycle, causing them to burn scarce energy and eventually starve to death. Iowa biologists have combed Maquoketa Caves in recent years, testing dozens of bats for the fungus. So far, no trace has been detected in Iowa.
We get a lot of questions, does this affect humans? And it doesn't. To our knowledge, the only thing that humans can do is inadvertently transport a spore or a fungus on their clothing or gear and introduce that fungus that causes the bats to get sick.
Wildlife biologists in Missouri confirmed white nose syndrome in 2012. To date, it's the westernmost point of the fungus. Visitors to Maquoketa Caves will be welcomed with information on how to reduce chances of inadvertently transmitting white nose fungus.
We want people to disinfect their boots, their clothes, their flashlights, helmets, whatever gear they have before they go to another place. Just in case that cave does have it and they don't know it, they won't introduce it to a cave that doesn't have it. And that's the main importance, what we're trying to teach people this summer.
Since white nose is not considered a health risk to humans, Iowans can feel free to enjoy dozens of caves here in Maquoketa and rediscover the treasures above and below ground.
We got 6 miles of trails. We got 31 campsites. We got 2 youth group sites, and it's just a fun place. A very family-oriented park, and the kids just love exploring our caves.